So this first product you see me grab is IroX by CarPro. This is an iron and fallout remover, and it is safe on all exterior surfaces because it is pH balanced. So it's an amazing product that I absolutely love, and I use it on every single exterior detail just to ensure that I do not scratch the paint before I wash it with my microfiber wash mitt. And of course, before any kind of paint correction and clay bar, I also use this as well. The results are this, and so what happens is the iron and fallout remover will disintegrate the iron particles built up, and it's going to turn them red, and it's going to make the car bleed. This product right here is my Meguiars all-purpose cleaner. Typically in a bottle, 90% of it is going to be Meguiars all-purpose cleaner, and then 10% of it is going to be one of my favorite degreasers that I use just to help cut through grease and grime. What you see me using is my wheelbarrow brush, and so what I'm doing is getting in those wheelbarrows and completely agitating the wheel well to ensure that I am properly cleaning and detailing this tire. A lot of folks are going to skip over this just because it is behind everything and people won't see it, but these are the little details that matter and that really set you apart from other people. What you see me grabbing next is my Boars hair detailing brush, spraying a little all-purpose cleaner on there just for some extra agitation. And so what I use this for is my lug nuts on the cars, and so making sure that I get those little details, because these are the things that matter. This is why it is detailing. It's not just washing the car, right? So using that detailing brush to make sure we're getting in every little nook and cranny on these lug nuts. Now that that's done, I'm going to bring in my hose and I'm going to spray this sucker down so you can see now all that junk, all that grime, all that road buildup is just washing away after a proper decontamination. So it's always gross, it always stinks, and it always looks disgusting, but it is so satisfying to see all that junk wash away. So here I am reaching for that all-purpose cleaner again. Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing. There's a reason I use it for everything. It's so good and so strong. So what you see me doing is spraying that all-purpose cleaner on the rubber part of the tire. I'm gonna let that sit and dwell on there just to start breaking down some of that grease and grime and the road buildup and any past tire dressings or tire gels that have been applied to the rubber. Then I do spray a little bit on the face of the wheel just to help break that down before I get going on there. What I got going on in my right hand is my stiff bristle brush. I got this sucker for like $6 through a company. I love it. It's amazing. It's lasted me for a year and the bristles have not worn down at all. Love this thing, and I'm going to use it probably until it breaks in half 10 years down the road. Now that I've got that done, I'm bringing in my hose again just to spray all this down, knock it all off, and you guys can actually see there to the left of the tire all of that junk that is just washing away just from that first scrub. So a lot of junk that is built up on those tires, a lot of tire dressings and gels and road dirt and grime and all of that stuff. So again, grabbing that all-purpose cleaner, coming in a second time and doing this process completely over again. Again, I do this step multiple times until when I am scrubbing, I am not seeing any more dirt. Basically, I scrub until it is white again, just to ensure that I'm getting it super clean and super detailed. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm about to do it again. I'm taking my detailing brush and I'm going at those lug nuts again. This is what it takes to be detailed and a detailer, just making sure that I get every little step taken care of through this process. Now I am reaching for my super soft plush detailing brush. This is a little bit bigger, but it's super soft. So spraying some of that all-purpose cleaner in there just to help with that agitation and make sure that I'm minimizing any kind of scratching possible. Next, I'm grabbing my pump sprayer. Love this little booger. Got it for $8 at Menards. Just got a simple hot water solution in there with some car shampoo. And the reason I spray that on there on top of the degreaser and back onto the brush is just to help when I'm agitating, to making sure that I am not scratching this surface. So the more lubricated this brush is and the more lubricated this tire is, the safer of a wash it's going to be. And so I do not want to scratch these cars and these tires for people more than they already are. And so I do my part and take the necessary steps to make sure that I'm keeping extremely safe products and extremely safe tools on these cars and tires. Again, got that detailing brush, all-purpose cleaner, spraying a little more of that shampoo solution on there. And now what I'm doing is I'm really getting in those finer details and really scrubbing down some of those spots that maybe that bigger super soft brush has missed. And so I do this just to make sure, again, those little details matter and they are so important. So every little nook, every little cranny, every little corner that I could have missed, I'm making sure I get now with my Boars hair detailing brush. Back at it again with the all-purpose cleaner. I'm telling you guys, I love this stuff. So the third and final time on the scrubbing for these wheels, just gonna really finalize and get that last little scrub down to make sure that I am getting everything that I can and getting every last little piece of grime. So what I am going to do though on this pass is I'm going to put a little bit of focus on those letters that you see right there, going in circles, go up and down, go side to side, just to make sure that we're getting the grease and grime out of those little nooks and crannies too. Next, I'm using my heated and filtered air dryer. I use this on the car's paint surface and the wheels just to make sure that I'm getting all the water out of those lug nuts, just to ensure that my next step is well prepared and well taken care of, so that way I can properly apply what I want to do. Here I am shaking up my tire dressing. I use a water-based tire dressing so that way we do not sling anything on the car. Applying and spraying it to my foam applicator here. This is just a sweet little applicator that I got from Chemical Guys. A great product to have just because I can then apply my tire dressing to every little spot, every little nook, every little cranny, because these tire dressings are huge and very important because they do give that car that last final detailed touch. And so the reason I use water-based tire dressing is because those gel, sling, junky little tire dressings you can buy from the dollar store, that's going to sling all over your car and absolutely ruin the customer's detailing experience when they drive away and go home. As you can see, this dressing gives a beautiful glossy deep shine. Not too high of a shine and not too wet of a look, but just that perfect gloss for this tire. Next in hand is one of my Meguiars synthetic polymer sealants, and so I use this. It is their detailer line, so you can't buy this in store, but I use this just to put on the surface of the tire, just to make sure that I am coating it and protecting it, so that way in the future when there is maintenance need to be done, it's going to be an easy clean. Water's going to fall right off of this tire, dirt's going to fall right off, and it's going to be a much cleaner and better looking tire longer because of this synthetic polymer sealant that I'm applying. Next, I'm coming in with one of my high quality microfiber towels just to buff off that excess synthetic polymer sealant. So I let it dry for about 15 minutes just to make sure that it cures properly and sets on that metal wheel properly and coats it really well. Well, that is it for episode number 1 on tips and tricks and how-tos. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next one.